Hi everyone, today we're making a vegan dish from Egypt. It's the national dish of Egypt actually, and it's called Koshari. Koshari is a rice dish consisting of rice, lentils, pasta, chickpeas, crispy fried onions, and a delicious homemade tomato sauce. Now, many people raise their eyebrows when they hear that it's actually the national dish of a country because it's so simple and it's so basic. But take one spoonful of those delicious layers and you can easily understand how such a frugal, simple, and humble dish can be declared as a national dish. There's a lot of history behind this national dish, Koshari, and it's one dish that gracefully straddles the divide between street food and home cooking. Straight to the recipe, we have 2 cups of brown lentils. Now these lentils have to be rinsed thoroughly. You have to pick out any debris or small stones, clean them thoroughly, rinse them, drain them. Add the lentils to a pot covered with water about 2 or 3 inches above the lentils. Bring it to a boil and then cover and simmer for 25 to 30 minutes till the lentils are absolutely tender. So you'll see there's some liquid left, and you might need to top up the water as well while you're cooking. We're going to drain the lentils and reserve that cooking liquid. Next, we're going to cook the rice. For this, 2.5 cups of short grain rice. You can use Calrose or any other short grain rice. We measured the water for cooking the lentils and we're going to use that to cook the rice as well. Add enough extra water to make 5 cups of liquid to cook this rice and cook the rice till all the water is absorbed. Set that aside as well. Now we're going to cook our lentils in a tomato sauce. For this we need 1 onion, a can of tomato sauce, or you can use fresh tomatoes, and some olive oil. So heat about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and then we're going to add the finely chopped onion, and we're going to saute this just till it becomes translucent, just till it begins to develop a little bit of color. And then we're going to add in those cooked lentils. Toss the lentils with the onion and fry them lightly before adding salt and pepper to taste. I added about a teaspoon of salt for this amount of lentils. Next, we're going to add the tomato sauce. I'm using canned tomato sauce for convenience. You can always puree your own tomatoes. Use about 3 large tomatoes in that case. We added the tomato sauce, and then we're going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, coarse grain. And then we're going to cook this until all the tomato sauce is absorbed by the lentils. It doesn't take too long. Once it's cooked relatively dry, we're going to switch off the flame and keep that aside for later. Next, we're going to take a look at how to make that delicious homemade tomato sauce for the kosheri. For this, 3 tablespoons of olive oil is heated in a pan, and add about 4 large cloves of garlic, and again 1 onion that has been chopped. You can use red or white onions if you prefer. And then saute till lightly golden, and again we're going to add 1 can of tomato sauce. You can always add your own pureed tomatoes. Once the tomato sauce has thickened, we're going to add 1 large ripe tomato that's been chopped, and continue cooking till the tomatoes blend into the sauce. They're cooked till they're mashable, at which stage we can season the sauce. You don't need salt when it's canned tomatoes. If you're using fresh tomatoes, you want to add salt and pepper. And the secret spice to this tomato sauce is the Baharat spice blend. Add about 1/2 teaspoon. I do have a recipe for a Baharat spice mix if you want to check that out. Or you can just add some spices like cumin and coriander and cayenne or paprika. You can also add a bay leaf, and that's nice as well. Once the sauce has reached the consistency that you like, you can set that aside. Now we're going to fry the onions for the kosheri. To the same pot we used earlier, I've added 1/4 cup of sunflower oil, and as the oil heats up, we're going to deep fry 2 large onions that have been finely sliced. I'm using 1 large yellow onion and 1 red onion here. You can use according to availability. You do want to fry plenty of onions for the kosheri because everyone loves it. And meanwhile, you can also cook your pasta. We're cooking mini-sized ditalini pasta here. Cook in salted water till al dente. I also have here a can of chickpeas, so they're already cooked, and I just drained them and then sauteed them with a little bit of garlic, onion, and cumin. You can always cook your own chickpeas and start from scratch. Our crispy fried onions are also ready. Make sure you have plenty of this stuff. The rice is cooked, and over the rice we're going to pour in that oil from frying the onions. It adds great aroma and flavor to the rice, so don't skip that step. You can also sprinkle a little bit of baharat spice onto the rice directly as you toss it through. Now that all the layers are ready, we're ready to serve. Serve the hot rice with a little bit of the lentil, a little bit of the cooked chickpeas, the pasta, and the tomato sauce, and plenty of fried onions. You can do this in several methods. You can also use a smaller bowl to add the layers and then invert it onto your serving dish, and that creates a nice presentation as well, as you see in my final photographs. Everyone can serve the kosheri the way they like to, and some people like to serve it with a spiced vinegar sauce on the side. I have the recipe for that too on my blog, so check that out later. I hope you enjoyed the quick video recipe. I really enjoy bringing global recipes to your homes and tables. Here's the recipe card, and do check out the blog for the detailed recipe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.